Okay, so today we are going to be working on TEK 4A, and it says compare and contrast prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, including their complexity, and compare and contrast scientific explanations of cellular complexity. So you can see a past star question that was based on this TEK. And so using tables like this and putting characteristics in and having to identify which one is prokaryotic and which one is eukaryotic is pretty common. And I'm finding this in OneNote Notebook in the Unit 3, what is being tested. So you today, let's see, let me go ahead and go to it. We'll be working in the OneNote notebook in your class notes in the prokaryote versus eukaryote 4A. And this is what you'll see. Yours may not be as nice, neat, and organized as this notebook is, but that is such an easy fix to do. So, introducing this, you want to take a moment and look at yourself. How many organisms do you see? Your first thought might be, there's just one, yourself. However, if you were to look closer at the surface of your skin, or dwell down inside your digestive tract, you would see there are actually many organisms living there. That's right. You are home to 100 trillion bacterial cells. This really means that your body's actually an ecosystem. It also means that you, for some definition of the word, you actually consist of both major types of cells, prokaryotic and eukaryotic. All cells fall into one of these two broad categories. Only single-cell organisms of the domain bacteria and archaea are classified as prokaryotes. And when we did classification, we found out that the parts of words give us meaning to what the group has. So pro, if you break it down, pro means before, and kary means nucleus. So prokaryote means before nucleus. So prokaryotes are the ones with no nucleus. They existed before the structure of the nucleus existed. Animals, plants, fungi, and protists are eukaryotes. Eu means true, remember, and kary means nucleus. So eukaryotes have a true nucleus. And obviously, these came after these. And so there's the intro, and it's also in Canvas. And then the first thing you're supposed to do is you have an example of a prokaryotic cell, and you have two examples of a eukaryotic cell. And you can zoom in to look closer at them, but make some observations. What parts do you see on the prokaryotic cell? Do you see these on the eukaryotic cell? How are they different? How are they alike? And so just to get a general overview, because what we're going to do when we come back from Thanksgiving break is we're going to dive into the cell organelles and what they're made of, the biomolecules. And we kind of started that when we talked about lipids. So examine the cells, compare and contrast a visual picture of them. Then I have a link here to go to the Khan Academy. It is also in Canvas. And if you click on that, it'll bring you to the Khan Academy site. And here, this is just a general overview of the prokaryote and eukaryotes. But then you have, it kind of compares them here, genetic information, by organelles, size, organisms, and cell structure. And so remember, today our target is to compare the two types of cells. So this helps you compare and gives you more detail. It also explains one of the theories, how eukaryotes or your cells came to be. And what I really like is it has some mistakes and misconceptions that are pretty common, and it addresses those. So it's not a whole lot of reading, but it does help you meet your target. So when you come, your task for today, if you scroll down, is to complete this Venn diagram. Now, I like to do my Venn diagrams as squares or rectangles because it's a whole lot easier to draw in than circles. And so if you'll notice, everything having to do with the prokaryote, all the things that are just unique to it go in the blue column. And if you look up here, I also helped you by color coding the prokaryote. Then the eukaryote are yellow, same as up here. And what happens when you mix yellow and blue? You get green. So things that both cells have in common, you get here. Now this both cells in common would come mostly from your observations. So you have that to do. After you make your observations, you go to the Khan Academy and read, and then you come do this. And your final task for the day is to click on your quizzes tab, and yours may be a different color. And so far, it's the only quiz in your OneNote notebook, and there are 2 cell examples. So you're going to look at the 2 cell examples, and you're going to answer it. Which one do you think is a eukaryote? Which one do you think is a prokaryote? And give a reason why. This would be a great place to use your notes from your graphic organizer or your Venn diagram that you did. But you always want to back your claims. And that's it for the day. To just quickly go over, if you don't know, if you didn't see the video I sent you to your Canvas inbox, to quickly just go over how to get to your OneNote notebook. And let me close this out. So if you go to your SSO, click on Office 365, and then over here, wait for the magic to happen, of course. And then over here, there is the purple OneNote. And you will not have all these notes, but you want to go to your class notebooks. And when you do that, you will see your notebook pop up. And click on that. And that is how you access your biology OneNote notebook.